Eating healthier and eating well consistently doesn't have to be something you get right in a day. It doesn't have to be something you get right in a few months, even in a year. You want to be able to see measurable progress, yes, but you don't want to just commit for the short haul. We want to be able to see ourselves doing this for the years to come. So even where I'm at the moment, yes, I eat well consistently, but there's still certain habits that I would like to take away. And firstly, it starts with having a desire to do so. Think about why you're wanting to do this and ensure that that is your fuel. Okay, so when we get that foundation right, we can then start with the little changes that bring long-term result. The first thing I ensure to do to be able to eat well consistently, it starts with my shopping. I only shop the desired. Okay, if I don't want it in my stomach, I don't want it in my house. That's kind of how I approach it, and it's worked well for me so far. For example, I made an Oreo banana cake not too long ago, and I had to buy Oreos, and I had like 3 packets of Oreos at home. If I tell you that I finished one whole packet in a day or in a couple of days, it was wild. I was shocked myself. And I realized it's not that I don't enjoy the unhealthier things. It's that I've just given myself a boundary where I know that I don't need to see this. I don't need to put it in my shopping basket. I don't need to bring it home. If it's brought home, then I'm having to toggle and struggle with myself on if I should eat this thing or not. So for me, it doesn't reach my shopping basket, and I thank God for the grace to keep up with that. So if I'm doing my regular grocery shopping, you wouldn't find sweets in my basket or biscuit or juices unless I'm hosting or I'm trying to make a particular dessert, as it should be. And it's not that you don't want to eat it. It's not that these things aren't attractive. There's so many times I just stand there and I'm like, do I want to buy this thing? This looks quite nice. Most of the time, the more you train yourself to say no to it, the more you can walk past it. I don't even go into those aisles. I was going to say walk past the aisle, but I try not to even go into the aisle in the first place because there might be so many new enticing things there. But I only try and shop the desired so that eating well then becomes a default rather than like a daily decision. I don't have to open my cupboards and wonder, do I want Oreos today for breakfast or do I want oats today for breakfast? It's only oats that's there. Okay, so if we're having breakfast, we're only picking what's there and making it so. And that leads me to a point that even now I'm still trying to familiarize myself with, and that is, it doesn't have to be complicated. Like, it could be simple. And as someone that loves to eat new things, cook new things, try new things, this can be a bit difficult for me. But I realize that there's not much options out there when it comes to healthy eating. Like, when you think about it in the different categories, protein, carbs, fats, fish oils, omega-3s, there are not much options that are healthy, right? You have your proteins. You just have a few carbs to choose from. You have a few good fats. Like, there's not many options. So weighing down yourself with the burden of, trying to do new things all the time, I know how it feels. And that's probably one of the reasons why I cook a lot. But I found that, honestly, it's just a repetitive game. Like, it's okay to be boring. It's okay to be friends with boredom when it comes to food. Now, I'm saying that I honestly don't take that myself, but I've found ways to still make it like exciting for me, which we're going to talk about. But at the end of the day, especially as I keep getting older and life keeps getting busy, it's okay to just eat the same thing. It's okay to have the same breakfast. It's okay to just have oats in the cupboard as breakfast, okay? The way I work for someone that loves new things is that I would have maybe like 3 options, 5 options, whatever, as my staple, and I just kind of rotate that per week. So if I've had oats for the first half of the week, next half of the week I'm gonna have like a yogurt bowl, or I'm gonna have eggs. Like being able to rotate that, but just be okay and be rested in the fact that you might not have a lot of options to choose from, and that's fine. Your body is still being fueled, right? Anyway, so be okay with that option. And because of that, we go to point 3, which is to cook large portions. I don't believe in following meal plans or specific recipes, again, because my personality with food just doesn't tolerate boredom as much. So I can't really meal plan or follow a meal plan specifically, but I guess I am mentally. But one thing that helps me is to cook in large portions. So if I was to make a meal today, I try and ensure, unless it's something like spaghetti, because I don't really like spaghetti like the day after. I don't know. I just feel like it's not the same. Like, there are just some things that are best fresh off the stove. And for me, spaghetti is one of that. I've put it in the fridge sometimes, but I know I've gone to a point where I know what I don't like in the fridge. But for the majority of things, I've found that it's okay to cook it in large portions. A bit difficult when you're cooking for like a family or more than yourself. It's much easier when it's yourself to cook in a large portion and know that you would have leftover. But I ensure that most things I'm cooking, even down to like frying eggs, right? I ensure that I have something that I can eat for like 2 to 3 days, and I might not eat it for the next 2 to 3 days, but I know the option is there in the fridge, and I don't have to, make that mental decision and dispense that energy again for the next few days. And that just kind of gives me the boundary of giving into daily novelty. We don't need all of that. We're trying to make it simple, but we're still trying to make it tasty. We're still trying to keep it healthy, because there are times where you're not sure what to eat and then you give into the takeaway or you give into the snacks. But when you have large portions just waiting for you in the fridge, you're sorted, okay? But now, large portions of what, you may ask? It's easy to have a large portion of rice or potatoes, but the way I manage to eat well consistently is that if I'm cooking large portions, this also has to be large portions of sides. Well, it doesn't have to be large portions of sides, but I just need to make sure my sides are prepped. So I know that maybe this week I might have carbs. So my carbs are like my base. I kind of think of it as like building block, depending on what you want to do. Like right now, carbs are usually like the foundation of my meal. For some people, it's protein. I've not gotten to the point where I can just eat protein. I aspire to, but I'm not there yet. But if I have carbs in the fridge, then I know I need to have proteins in the fridge, and I need to have sides in the fridge. It doesn't all have to be like the same proportion, the same portion, but I need to make sure those things are prepped so that when I'm building my plate, I don't just have one option, okay? So, because when there's only one option in the fridge, and then you have to think of, oh, I have to steam broccoli to eat with this. A long day, because I'm not going to do it. So if I already have the broccoli steamed, if I already have the carrot steamed, if I already have the salad like half prepped, it's easy for me to just kind of put the meal together rather than thinking of, doing the side different. And as much as I cook large portions of maybe my base, I try and envision like I need to have a portion of like the different things I want on my plate. So I would have a portion of my rice, my large portion of rice. I would make sure my proteins are prepped, whether that's seasoned raw in the freezer or better still, air fried, prepped, cooked in the fridge, but prepping healthy sides so that whatever I'm eating, I know that I'm going to have a side of broccoli. I know I'm going to have like steamed kale. I'm going to have sauteed spinach somewhere in the fridge. So being able to prep healthier sides, I think goes a long way to at least like making a step if you don't want to feel like you're making this huge overhaul. Now, this point is a bit different from the rest of them, and it might sound contradictory, but I promise you, for me, it's not. It actually helps me more, and that's to make desserts at home. I believe that, the desserts you make at home obviously contain a lot less sugar than the ones you get outside. Don't quote me. But I believe it to be so because you know what's going into your dessert. And I'm not one to believe in just like out in everything. I mean, this year I am trying to reduce my sugar. The reason why I believe this point helps me is because I don't want to get to a point where I'm outside and I'm like salivating at like a dessert. Like it's really rare for me to like buy food outside. Like it usually has to be like a planned decision. Yeah, I'll maybe buy the odd meat pie here and there, but like to just buy snacks, it's not something I give into because I know like I treat myself well at home. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I take care of myself. I'm not like deprived at home, but sometimes when you approach healthy eating from deprivation, when you're outside or when you're in someone's house, it's like, oh my God, give me the cake. Oh my God, give it to me. Give it to me. Like give me anything goes. No. So I feel like I'm able to resist more because I know that I make desserts at home, and I don't make desserts every week or every day. It's something that's seasonal, but at least I know my brain has registered that I'm going to treat myself one day soon come. And I usually try and plan it around maybe the holidays, or if I have like a long week or a long task, or if it's simply been a while and I'm starting to think about dessert a lot, I'll just bake a cake. I'll bake a banana loaf. I'll make cheesecake, whatever it is, just something to treat myself. So I know that I'm eating in a balanced way, but not in a glutinous way. If you're always looking for sweet stuff outside, you're looking for desserts outside, I think look for a way to make it inside. And also when I started making my dessert, when I also gave into making desserts at home, it also is quite eye-opening when I see how much sugar I have to add to something to make it nice. I'm like, should I be eating this much sugar? Talk less of the ones that are outside. So usually when I see it as I'm making it, I'm like, maybe I should reduce this. Maybe I shouldn't put as much sugar. Maybe I should space this out more. So I think it's more of a monthly thing for me. I think in a month, I would usually give into baking something. I'm trying to spread that out. So these are the little ways. I'm going to get to a point where I completely take it out, but I'm not there yet. And that's fine. That's fine by me. I'm taking it in steps and stages. And the final thing that has really helped me is to curate my feed accordingly. Honestly, my feed is like food and meal ideas. Because like I said, eating healthy can sometimes feel boring because you're not sure what to do with what. But when you see what someone's doing with a potato, or what someone's doing with a salad, or what someone's doing with kale, it's like, oh, I didn't know I could do that with that. And this is not like I'm following a meal plan. It refreshes the way you eat. It refreshes your taste buds. And sometimes, like, I try not to do like I to know when I'm watching something, because I'm like, yeah, I'll add curry and thyme in it. No. Just follow what it says there, because it sometimes opens you up to a different flavor profile, and that just makes what you're eating, even if you've eaten it so many times, taste different, feel different. So I try to curate my feed accordingly. So I mean, the algorithm knows what we want by what we like and stuff. So my feed is kind of full of food and full of healthy food. So I'm not really faced with, things that I don't want to see. And it's beneficial for me because it gives me ideas. It gives me ideas on what I might want to try this week, or what I want to try one off, or a dessert that might be less sugar, or just a dessert that might be nice, Honestly, I hope this video helps someone out there to believe in eating well and eating healthy again, and to not feel so overwhelmed and anxious about making this change. It's not one that you have to, make a change now and stick to the change. No, it's in waves, it's in seasons, and it's in different stages. So I hope these tips help. Let me know which one you'll be trying this week, because that's how we see and commit to long-term change. Don't leave it for the future, okay? Let us make a change now, even if it's one thing. If it's just changing your grocery shopping this week, if it's just, stopping to buy so many desserts outside. Just little things. And honestly, you'd be surprised at the person that you'd be by December 31st. I want us to enjoy this. I want us to enjoy colorful, tasty, healthy, simple meals. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be this huge thing. Okay, it can be really small changes that really make a difference, and we keep taking it in increments. If this video helped you, I hope you share it with someone that also needs the tips. And if you're looking for more videos like this, then check out this channel for more. And if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see on this channel, I hope to hear from you in the comments. Until next time, stay healthy and stay blessed. Do take care.